because their paths have rarely crossed, but they cross here with a place in the quarter-final of the FA Cup at stakes. It is a last 8 in the FA Cup, which is looking increasingly interesting. And of course we'll have the draw for the quarter-final following this game. He cannot find the net at the moment, Rasmus Højlund, but the troubles of Manchester United go beyond his position in front. Rodrigo Muniz preferred today to Jimenez. He has scored 4 goals. He scored 8 goals this season, 7 of them away from home. So, it will be Fulham who will get this 5th round tie underway, kicking from left to right towards the scoreboard end of Old Trafford in the first half. In their white and black, Manchester United in the red and white. Fulham have not knocked Manchester United out of the FA Cup since their very first meeting in the competition, and that was Manchester City. Here goes Darlow with a ball into the penalty. Is in front of the Fulham man who's curling ball. Darlow cutting inside. Castagna with Darlow making the block. Laser on the ball. Traore's still got a cross in. Good play by Yoro. It came to Eriksson. Darlow was looking for the run of Xerxes, but it was a misplaced pass for it. Ties a Manchester United corner kick. De Ligt trying to get. It's Bruno Fernandes. Gave himself a touch. Leno makes the save. Eriksson here, Højlund in the middle, it's Xerxes just to... Mazraoui went with him, it's flicked off Mazraoui and Onana. Darlow with a quickly taken throw, Christian Eriksen with curl. It's a bit too heavy, that pass by Bassi, Højlund. Christian Eriksen, and Højlund got himself in front of Bassi. Not an easy angle for Rasmus Højlund. Good movement, though.
I was just about to say little crumbs of confidence.
Quite pleasing on the eye, but perhaps not getting us off our seats just yet, but the promise is there. Bassi looking full outside of Castagna once, and then... Free kick is given, and give it away. And then Traore gives Fernandes here. Xerxes back into Robinson. And Onana behind it. And it went for goal. De Ligt then gives the ball away. Andreas Pereira here. Oh, Ugarte. That'll be a yellow card. And a free kick to Fulham in a very promising... Oh, in the middle here for Fulham. Iwobi's careful cross. 16th in the 1-0 defeat. They've scored in 14 straight. He goes to Andreas Pereira and Mazraoui. Iwobi inside the area. Castagna's cross. Oh. Away from Robinson. Nicely weighted pass to Bas. Continued his run. Iwobi instead. Lukic with the run. It was a great run. It's a brilliant run by Sasha Lukic, and he just couldn't tame the cross. If he had, it could have been 1-0 Fulham. De Ligt away. Robinson. But Castagna got a good foot in. Pereira's cross.
Fred onto Bruno Fernandes to seal it. Well, Manchester United, if they weren't before, they're in an unassailable position now. It's going to be another Wembley appearance for Erik ten Hag and this Manchester United team.
Well, it's a numbers game and they just run out of numbers. Fulham tiring as we enter into the final few seconds, and what a finish this is. Takes every bit of time he's got just to put his laces straight through the middle of the ball. There's the target. Leno, no chance.
It's tough on those Fulham players that are still out there.
United's goal will score by number 8.
But joyful for Bruno.
Bruno. Get through the crowd, it's deflected. Bruno's delivery, De Ligt Raoui. De Ligt. This is arriving, Iwobi too. Good block, Lenny. Bruno Fernandes, cross! Well, Zirkzee got his foot in front of Bassi, and that wasn't far away. That's very swift thinking. Headed up. Good hands on that. Ugarte to the loose. Castagna. It's a corner. Castagna's. Darlow, good area that. Bruno Fernandes! It's that man again. The Manchester United captain to the rescue. When they need salvation, Bruno Fernandes steps up, and we're all square.
That is one magnificent finish with the left foot. The crossing isn't a great one, but he turns it into a one. The control he gets on that ball to guide it into the far corner past Leno. He's certainly not offside. He makes the right decision, Dalot, to put that ball in there. But to turn and swivel like he did and get the direction and the pace on that shot, it really...
Opportunity to put it in the Fulham area, which he tried. Room here, Zirkzee was make a corner rather better. In goes the Pereira delivery. Trying to deceive Darlow, getting himself to the byline. Darlow got a little touch on that. Traore has gone down for Fulham here. And Castagna, who recovered enough to make the half. De Ligt away to Darlow. Darlow forward to Eriksen. Højlund just about managed to drag it from behind him. De Ligt crossing from Diogo Dalot. Masraoui's downward header. It's a very comfortable save for Leno. Still going, it was behind Smith Rowe, and Masraoui recovering from onto his right foot, dipping, and Leno right behind it. Well, he was always going to go for that, I think.
Did well to work it back onto his right foot, didn't he?
Zirkzee with a nice little turn, actually. It's a good little dart. And Bruno Fernandes, edge of the pen. In comes this corner. Onana comes looking, and Pereira trying to leave Lindelof, which he had, and nicely done, Smith Rowe, and Onana only just, got down pretty well actually. There's Pereira with the Fulham corner kick, Muniz, and in! Calvin Bassey has scored for Fulham! Calvin Bassey, on the occasion of his first ever game in this famous old competition, has headed Fulham in front at Old Trafford. Manchester United
up. They lose two headers with what I would say was a pretty simple ball to deal with. Having said that, the movement of the Fulham players in and around the 18-yard box was excellent. You can see they're slow to react. They lose that header there, then that header there. You have to be brighter, you have to be quicker to react. The Man United players...
Nice looking ball, Rodrigo Muniz almost brought it down. Robinson. Nice ball, Iwobi into Castagna. Andreas Pereira. Skewed away by Iwobi. Another nice looking ball in from Iwobi. Pereira toward Anderson, who is dipping. Nice little change of pace. Castagna. Andreas Pereira cutting inside. Garnacho to Lukic and Zirkzee. It's a little dink. Maguire. Right pass here. They might be in. Zirkzee did in front of him quickly. Robinson. Moving it quickly to Smith Rowe, looking for the return. De Ligt read it.
A bit much.
Willian with the corner. That's interesting. It's Iwobi, it's Smith Rowe, and pushed away by Onana.
Oh, that's a very, very good save.
And Smith Rowe's looking for space where there isn't it.
His feet and whip it in.
That's Sanobi's got away from him. Stays on his feet. Bassey, good header forward. De Ligt goes to lovely looking ball. It's Alejandro Garnacho and Leonard. Robinson with a cross. Being watched by Lukic with the cross, and this might be interesting. Robinson's cross. Darlow.
Can Sancho get his finish right? He can't. He thinks it was a handball by Willian. And Fernandes to level things up for Manchester United, and he does. And the tide turns in the FA Cup quarter-final. Manchester United are back on terms. 9 men lost their heads, lost 2 players and their manager, and they've lost their lead.
Not to mention their heads. Great penalty right into the side netting from Fernandes. But they've somehow got to regroup. Senior players have a chat.